So, I may not just talk about superhero movies. I like movies. I talk about movies all the time. And things come up. It's my algorithm. It's just the way it is, but this is something you're going to hear about. I'm a big fan of The Nice Tale. And this came up through my algorithm through Bad Movies Rule. So they must talk about movies that have like rotten reviews. I couldn't believe that I saw Nice Tale being shown as a rotten. I couldn't. I'll let these guys talk a little bit, and then I'll get my thoughts together, and we could go in on this.
And says, "Let's dance, you and I."
Ooh.
with no armor on.
This
Bro,
is like
it's
the
just
Rocky moment where he gets his eye cut.
There's two shots. There's the one, the tracking shot, like overhand of him. It's a great shot. But the one of Heath Ledger, when he's got the thing like this raised up and he's screaming his own name. It's so intense.
I won't lie to you. That seems like really goofy in a movie to do that. But for some reason, it was so badass. Him yelling out his own name.
It's so awesome that I don't even care if it's an implausible, like,
Might make you more nimble. You can whoop,
and this dude goes flying.
knocks him into the Avengers. So damn good.
And the dad looks up teary-eyed. He's like, I still can't see.
But I got to experience it.
This is probably his room.
So this like came up and it made me just look at like, wait a minute. So I go look and critics don't like it. What is wrong with this movie? So look, I always have an idea to make videos about movies that I like a lot and can't ever pick a number one. I'll never pick a number one movie. That'll be my rule till I die. I'll never pick a number one movie. There's too many movies. Depends on the day. Depends on my mood. But there's a million number ones to me. And I honestly think A Nice Tale is in one of those arguments for me. Now, is it this big Oscar-worthy movie? Is it this big, serious drama? It's not. It's a really good story, I believe, and it's told very well, and it's acted really well, and it's fun. It's good. I think it should hold up to something like A Princess Bride. Again, Princess Bride is a lot more iconic because how we got the characters and how they did them, and the take of it being read as a story to a child. So I get it, rest in peace, Rob Reiner. You did a great job with that. But I think it should be loved in that kind of a way. Again, this is a little more serious tones than A Princess Bride, but because Princess Bride, there is some kind of like there are stakes, but it's always like they're gonna be okay. In this, there was stuff I didn't know if the dad was gonna make it or the dad was there's a lot of different things, and I think it's just crazy that we let these critics come in and just destroy it like this. And years later, I find out, like, wow, they obliterated this. Did this hurt anything? I don't think it hurt Heath Ledger's career, obviously. Did it hurt anything else? Did they make money off it? It's just a lot of things that I put in factor. And looking back, it's crazy what they don't like about it. And it's a good medieval movie, but it's just done so different. I think that's what makes it so cool. I think a lot of people like medieval stuff. A lot of people jumped on medieval things during Game of Thrones. People love Game of Thrones. I love that vibe. I love that vibe in movies, but it has to be done well. I don't want to see a kid in King Arthur's court. I loved it as a kid, but I don't want to watch it again. Black Knight with Martin Lawrence. I get it. It's humor. It's supposed to be funny. Not my cup of tea. This was like different. It was done right in the right times where it wasn't like someone out of pocket coming into the world of a knight. It was an actual end time. They were dealing with this, and just awesome actors in it. Alan Tudyk, I love to death. You look up his name, he's been literally everywhere. Paul Bettany, like literally, I was reading about stuff about this. Like Paul Bettany, I hope I'm saying his last name right. He won't watch this again because how much it hurts him to see Heath Ledger. And that like crushed me reading that. Like he must have had a really good relationship with him and just enjoyed his presence like tenfold. Like it would suck for me if someone I really cared about and a way I could see them is through this. And it's always good to kind of remember them, but maybe it just unlocks something that I want to remember what I remember. I don't want to see their face again like this. I don't know. Who knows? But again, great cast. And even like, I wouldn't say lower people, the people that have bigger parts, they still did well. The guy that's the villain, I can't remember his name. I thought he would be a good Doctor Doom. I always thought he'd be a good Doctor Doom. I always thought that. The criticism a lot is like the rock music doesn't belong there. I think at the beginning, it gives you that idea what you're getting into. You're like going to leave it already if you don't get that vibe. Like, it's almost like watching Guardians and they throw cool music drops, And you're like, this doesn't fit like a Marvel movie or super movie, but it kind of fit the vibe. And this, I didn't question hearing "We Will Rock You" in the beginning, getting amped up for this jousting match. I didn't acknowledge it. All I thought was, this is dope. This is cool. I like this song. I like it with this part. And the dude on the trumpet's going off, and it's like he's doing I think it's the guitar at that point. It sets a tone already. So if someone's not going to like that, the critics already decided. They already decided that it's not their thing. And through the whole movie, there's a bunch of drops of like Lowrider comes on, David Bowie. I forgot what song it is, but it's such a good scene. The dancing scene. I know it says Angel, but I can't remember what song it was. But I mean, it's historically incorrect comes up a lot. I mean, it's a movie. It's made for us to put a smile on our face and to really enjoy. And I just don't get the little small things they get at, and it's like they think it's not taking itself seriously. But was that ever the point? Was it for it to be taken seriously? To an extent where it's like it's a movie, we're putting in entertainment, but also we're having fun making this, and we have a different idea, and it was a really cool take that I felt like I never blinked an eye when they did these things with the music and stuff. It didn't take me out of the movie. There's a lot of things that will take you out of a movie. This thing did not take me out. I thought it was cool. After like watching it, probably I was probably like, oh my god, they played this in that movie. That's crazy. That was it. And I don't know if that was like a biggest gripe or whatever. It's just a huge underdog story. He came from nothing. He wasn't royalty. He was never chosen. And through it all, like, he earns everything. He loses his father and it's crazy. He sends him out just for a better world for him. And like, he becomes a knight anyway, even though like, it's just, there's so many cool things about it. Like, just like being noble is not, and royal is not in the blood, painting that picture in the story. It's like watching Rocky with horses. And to me, I had more fun watching this than Rocky. All right. Not to be rude. I know everyone likes Rockies and their classics, but I enjoy this a lot more and I have like tons of fun. But yeah, it's just, and then Heath Ledger, dude, like we always remember him for, The Dark Knight. And he has other movies, of course. But the second movie I remember him the most from is A Knight's Tale. There is like, it's a great performance, but an underrated performance on top of that. It's impossible not to like this dude in this movie. It's impossible for you not to root for him. There's characters sometimes that make him a little asshole-ish or a jerk, and we know they're gonna turn into like a good guy, and he's gonna learn his lesson and be all the way good guy, not just sketchy. But from the get-go, like the heart that Sir Auric, isn't it? Something like that. William. From the get-go, he's just got a heart, man. And it's just, you can't not like that character. Like, it's just, man, he's just so good. Humble, funny, he's determined. He's like the hero that we want to see in a lot of movies, but we don't get a lot of them because they have to build around it differently. But this type of hero fit into the story, and it made it work, and I think it was really good. I don't know. I just always think about the music critique as kind of like one of the big missing points. Like Queen doesn't belong in medieval times and stuff like that, or medieval times, the dinner place. But I think it just makes it feel more alive. I don't know, like a sporting event. I think about that when I start thinking about the beginning of the movie with William with the big beard and putting on the suit, and we get to see that whole intro with all that. I think again about the music, it's just silly. And there's a lot of drama, man. There's a lot of emotion in it for being just a little fun movie to sit down and watch. It's fun. That's number one thing. It's such a fun movie. Again, I have a list of a bunch of movies I have written down, all my number one movies, and I believe I put A Knight's Tale on there. And again, is it the flashiest movie? Does it have the best CGI? Does it have, best action sequences? I don't know. There's something about it that's just charming and makes me want to put it on my list. Every time I'm going through the channels and this is on, I stop and watch it. I stop and watch it. It's automatic. And I think the emotion in it works. William seeing his father again. the whole you've been weighed and you've been measured, that classic, him becoming a knight, and then the moment where they want him to leave, where they say you have to run and Jocelyn's crying. Oh man, and it's like it's tear jerking for it to be just like this little funny movie, crazy adventure movie about knights. It's pretty like does this job right there. Like when they tell him it's time to run, and he's like, I will not, and he's screaming and he's yelling at her in her face, and she's like crying, and a tear goes down her face, and even I can't remember Alan Tudyk's name in the movie, but even him, he goes to him like, you run, like you're a runner like me, and he's like not today, basically. And it's just, for it being this silly movie with a rotten score and we have music and this and that, there's a lot brought to the table to this movie. There's a lot of like story and a lot of drama, and I think the action is decent. We have tournaments, there's no CGI going on, there's fighting, there's good combat. I really don't see anything that could really be complained about from making a film perspective. You could complain and say, oh, the art style and the cinematography, I get all that. But from a person just watching a movie, there's not much you could really complain about as far as like the way it was shot or the way they did their action or the prosthetics. I mean, you could get some history buff probably saying they're doing this wrong or they're holding this wrong. Yeah, you could do that. But I'm saying overall, everything was executed properly. And there were no like, I'm sure there's stunt doubles in some parts, but nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy was pulled into this to make this a good story. And it all worked. It just, to me, it isn't going to be remembered for like its historical accuracy. It's going to be remembered for just being an incredibly good movie. Romantic at heart type of movie. It got action, it has comedy, it's funny. There's so many parts that are funny. They're not like laughing down on your ass funny, but it's humor. It's like it's real life where you have good chuckles through the day. And it's a great underdog story. There's a lot of underdog stories out there that sometimes don't hit, but if you really look at this, it's an underdog story. This dude came from nothing and became a knight at the end of it all. And it was a nice tale. And I think just critics like totally missed it. And coming by this, seeing this, maybe brought up a lot of thoughts about it. I think I probably watched it within the last 2 months or so. I really think when I saw this that critics like tore this apart way too much, and I had to give it some justice to talk about one of the movies I like, and not be on here to criticize a movie or criticize what they did wrong or did you guys like this. It's mainly to say this movie's awesome, and I don't know why critics downplayed it so much. I mean, to you guys, does it? If you've seen this movie, do you feel like the critics were right? I didn't really look at, I don't know if I checked out the popcorn meter, but that's always hard too, because sometimes there's movies that come out and it's like bombing in the green, but in the popcorn meter, they're like getting bodied like crazy on that side too, and they're making it look like the fans like it a lot. It's just a lot of different things that you can look at, but ultimately, I just want to know if you've watched A Knight's Tale. Like, subscribe, and share. If you like A Knight's Tale, do you think this is as good a movie as I say it is? That I wouldn't be mad at anyone saying it's my favorite movie ever. Because sometimes your favorite movie doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Sometimes a movie just makes you feel good and makes you happy. And maybe Heath Ledger, a good time, a little bit of history, fun, David Bowie, just makes you happy. And that's enough to be number one. But do you think critics were too hard? That's all I want to know. Is it good if you've seen it? Is it good as I'm saying it is? Or do you think it's okay? Or is it good as I'm saying it is? Let me know.